Hi guys, Corey here again. Today we're going to be talking about a huge topic, not just for me, and one that I feel strongly about, but one that a huge portion of the world and country feels strongly about, and it's a huge topic right now in the sports world. So right now we're going to talk about BYU to the Big 12. It's been talked about a lot, over a long period of time, right? Because there's, BYU's been a great team. They've competed in the WAC, I think, the MAC, a few conferences, but they've just never been in that prestigious realm, where they can compete for a huge conference championship. And there's been talk about the Pac-12, Big 12, other different things. And I know that Mendenhall was the reason he got out of those, I think it was the MAC or the WAC, I forget, was why he got out of that and went independent, was so we could play, bigger schools and show that we can compete with them and, beat them, which we have shown, and go into a more prestigious and bigger conference, right? So right now, Big 12 is really they're expanding, and BYU is one of the top picks to go in the Big 12, and I see no reason why we shouldn't be. Number one, we have a worldwide fan base. Number one in the United States alone, our home games are sold out just about every game, right? We have this huge fan base here in Provo. But not just that, we go to Nebraska last year, first game, and we have a whole section, filled up, sold out, I guess you could say, in our section. That no other school that would play there would have, you know what I mean, unless it was close by, unless it was like I don't know, Colorado playing Nebraska, where they're reasonably close to where they can drive there. But for us, it's like Utah to Nebraska. It's this huge kind of away game, I guess, and we have huge amount of fans, so the fan base should be no question for the Big 12. It should be that should not even be a factor, right? So let's just check that off as boom, they're in, for fan base. Next, I think tradition. I mean, a lot of the huge big schools right now, they have great tradition, and we are right up there with them. I mean, I don't think people understand that how much tradition we have here. I mean, the list of quarterbacks that have come through here is just, I mean, it's probably better than any other university I can think of. Heisman winners, Maxwell, Bryan winners. I mean, the list goes on, right? Ziggy, top 5 draft pick. I mean, it's just, the list goes on of just of tradition. If they were questioning tradition, 1984 national title. You know what I mean? Against Michigan, one of the more prestigious universities in the nation. That people I would say put in that top 6. Like teams of the whole. Over the whole college football. Over all the years. So. Tradition, I feel like, is another one where it's like, yeah, you could say, well, they don't have all these titles like Alabama. Well, you know what? Not a lot of teams have titles like Alabama. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, there's the 6 schools, but look at all these different conferences. I mean, UT and Oklahoma, I would say, are the 2 biggest in the Big 12. And you're gonna say, well, where's the tradition? Well, shoot, we have tradition. You know what I mean? That should be no question. But other than that. My third biggest point is another one that is part of the questioning throughout the conference is academics, right? These other schools, I'm looking, and they have, they don't have the requirement of academics, that Big 12 wants. And shoot, we're up there with the Ivy League. It makes no sense that, like, why they would even be questioning, right? Of us, like, we should be an automatic in, you know what I mean? And the academics, I shouldn't even have to speak on it that much. It speaks for itself. We're top, I would say top 5 in, I don't know what it is, coming out of college, your salary and stuff like that, top 5, academic wise, just GPA and stuff at the school, it's top 5. Business school is incredibly tough to get into, and it's just, when you come out, you're in good business. So academics should be no question. And then, just to finish up and add on, we've through that period where Mentor Hall went independent and he got us going, we played SEC, Pac-12, ACC, whoever you want. You know what I mean? Texas, they came here first. We put a whipping on them. We went back to their place, put a whipping on them. I mean, that's a top, I would say top 6 program in the nation. As far as prestigious wise, Texas is right up there. We beat them twice back to back. You know what I mean? So, Ole Miss, we go there, beat them. Nebraska, go there, beat them. Georgia Tech came here, beat them. Washington came here, we beat them, smacked them around. Boise State, they came here, beat them. There's just, if you're really questioning, how they can compete with, the Big 12 caliber teams or any of those kind of teams, we've shown that we can compete and beat them. It's not even a question about competing. It's just, we could beat them. You know what I mean? It's like there's no one in this country that we can't beat. You know what I mean? The only one we probably haven't played is Alabama, and I wish we would play Alabama because we'd beat them. You know what I mean? No one plays like BYU. So, but I do see the side that now for the Big 12, it's a money issue, and I understand that. The Sunday thing, they practice on Sundays and we don't, which is fine. That's what we do, and but I do see that side of it. I see the money side. I do see that we haven't been in a big conference, and it's a big risk, putting us in there, But I think that they should, also look and see what we've done with teams of that caliber. OU, when we played them at AT&T Stadium, it's a Big 12 team, boom, beat them. You know what I mean? And they had a great team that year. Sam Bradford, DeMarco Murray. Two great college players, and great NFL players. So I do see the other side of it, but at the end of the day, there should be no question why we're not in there. You know what I mean? Tradition, fan base, academics. Those 3 are probably top in the nation. So I really hope that we can get in, and I think we'll do really well, and we'll help the Big 12. Bring in lots of money. That's what the name of the game is, right? Money. So we'll help them bring in money, and we'll bring them national titles. We'll bring them big bowls. So I really hope we can get